Welcome back. My name is Amanda Renee and I'm a QC Makeup Academy graduate. I am also a student ambassador. I have graduated from the Master Makeup Artistry course, the Pro Makeup Workshop, the Special Effects course, and I am currently working through the airbrushing course. So today what I'm going to talk about is TikTok makeup hacks and whether or not you should use them. I'm going to try them out on myself. So I have chosen 5 various hacks that we will see whether they work, and if they do work, how well, and if they don't work, I will explain why they don't work. So if you are interested in that and see me potentially mess up my face, keep watching. Let's get into the first video.
I'm going to show you this life-changing facelift concealer hack. This is how I used to do my concealer, triangle under the eye. It's a very bright, very dramatic concealer everywhere. With this technique, you strategically place it on the inner and outer corner of the eye going upwards, and this will lift the face. If you have dark circles, just use a color corrector before your concealer. This uses less product, so it looks more natural, but you can use it for everyday or dramatic look.
Okay, so what she was essentially doing was showing the sort of Instagram, like social media way of contouring, just the big triangle underneath the eyes, and that versus what she's calling a easy facelift. So from the standpoint of where she's putting the concealer is actually really good, because you really only want to put like under this like dark half moon shape underneath the eye, and then out, because everybody pretty much has some darkness underneath the eye here, and then if you pull it out, it's going to lift the face. And then commonly there's some darkness around the nose, so where she puts that is totally good. And then usually around the mouth too is fine. I'm not really sure why she pulls it out this way, but it is a lot better than you see most people using concealer on the internet. Again, not really sure why she pulls it so much out on the edge of the mouth. So you can see how much it helped brighten up the inside of the eye, and then it does sort of, it pulls the cheek up this way, and then it just takes care of any discoloration around the nose. I'm actually going to set a little bit of powder so it doesn't move. So as far as the hack goes, I think that's definitely, I would say a 9 out of 10 compared to the traditional social media, like triangle underneath the eye and way too much product. Definitely, it's nice to see. Okay, for our second makeup hack video, we have a fork and some contour on the nose. Okay, so obviously this is ridiculous. This is absolutely unnecessary, and it might work on somebody, but it's not a general rule, and it's not going to work on even the vast majority of people, because people have different reasons they need to contour their nose. Not even everybody doesn't need to contour their nose. It just depends on what you are trying to recess and what you were trying to pull forward. Not everybody's nose, you just need to put 2 stripes down the side and then highlight in the center. It does not work on everybody, but let's try it out on my face and see what else happens. Alrighty, now for this one, I have my handy dandy fork, so let's see what happens. Alright, so fork, contour. Not only do you feel absolutely ridiculous doing this, you look quite ridiculous as well. Okay. First note is it is terribly uneven because you can't actually see your nose very well, and it's also extremely harsh. So we already pretty much knew that this was gonna be a no-go. This is a 0 out of 10. I do not recommend this for anybody. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get rid of this and move on to our next video. Alright, with our third one, this is a blush hack. And okay, so she was putting blush on the sort of higher, like up into the temple area on the one side, and then she was doing it sort of on the apple of her cheek, and then sort of like around and up on the other side, and she's essentially showing you how it makes the two different sides of her face look depending on how she uses the product. And this is absolutely correct. That is two ways of doing blush. I really don't have anything to say about it, but I will show you on my own face, and this is, I believe this one is definitely a hack. Okay, for the blush one, so on this side I'm going to do the higher on the cheekbone and pull it up, which this is personally how I like to wear my blush, because it does give that. And then you have the sort of Nike swoosh, which it likes to be called, which is more the traditional type of blush that highlights the apple of the cheek and sort of the roundness of the cheek. And then obviously these are sort of heavy applications just so you can hopefully see it better on camera. And as far as this hack goes, 10 out of 10. So let's see what we have for the next one. Okay, so with this hack, it looks like she's taking an eyebrow pencil and a pair of tweezers and putting the product on the end of the tweezers and defining her eyebrow, basically the top and lower lines where they need, and then filling in between. So aside from the technical aspect of the video where there's no way that little tiny amount of eyebrow pencil put all of that product on her face, so I'm just going to have to show you and explain while I do it. We'll see what happens. Okay, this one should be interesting. The eyebrow tweezer thing, and it's going to be more ridiculous on me because I don't have any natural eyebrows. So I have some eyebrow pomade that I put on the back of my hand, and I'm going to sort of stamp the tweezers into that. This is all just feels so wrong. And then I'm going to see what we can do here. Well, I got a line. Just fill this travesty in. Obviously, if you had eyebrow hairs, you could spoolie it through like she did. And then you would just end up with this awful, blocked out brow. Okay. Ditch the tweezers. That hack is terrible, and it's also a 0 out of 10 because whether you have eyebrows, have full eyebrows, have anything in between, you should never do that because no. You can create completely new, and this is a very quick example. I have a full video on this channel on how I do my eyebrows. This is a just very quick anti this. And this isn't even like my full like drawn on brow as opposed to this. I can't believe I have to live with this on my face for the rest of the video, but let's go. And for our last video, this is an eyeliner hack. She is basically taping off the area where she wants to fill in for a winged eyeliner and then peeling off the tape, and voila, she has this perfect wing eyeliner. Let me do it, show you, and we'll see. Eyeliner hack. This is our last one. And we've got our tape. So I'm going to see, I've never used tape for this, so we are going to see what happens. I know it's going to take off my makeup. This is going to be an extreme wing. Okay. So I'm going to take an angled brush and some powder because it's going to be the easiest, and I'm just going to fill this. Alright, so there's that, and I'm going to pull the tape off, and we have a pretty solid line at the bottom. It was a little funky on the lid area, so obviously there's that little hook. It looks fine when the eye's open. It works, I guess. I'm gonna say maybe a 6 out of 10 at best. Here's the thing. Getting it matched up on the other side is going to be just as hard as drawing this on and then trying to match it up on the other side by drawing it on. So it's literally, you're still doing the work. It's still difficult creating symmetry. Okay, so you have this, which is what I hand did, and then you have this, which is the tape. Personally, this is more cohesive with the eyelid, where you'd have to touch this up anyways. My suggestion is to just go through the work and learn how to do it symmetrically and just by hand. It's a lot of work, but in the end, it's worth it. So, all in all, with these TikTok hacks, actually 2 that were really bad, 1 that was take it or leave it, and then the other 2 were actually legit. Not really hacks though, they were just good recommendations. My opinions on all of this actually comes from my experience and training as a makeup artist and everything that I've learned through QC and the teachings of their instructors that have been working in the industry for a very, very, very long time and know the way around, just the right way to do things. And just, if you want to truly learn how to do makeup, I highly suggest that you check into QC. They have amazing programs, they have great payment options, and usually with the coursework it takes less than 40 hours to complete. I definitely suggest that you check it out. Pretty much everything that I'm telling you, ridiculous sitting here with my face like this, but everything that I'm telling you comes from sort of just, I wouldn't continue taking courses through them if I didn't truly believe in what they offered and what they taught. So I highly suggest you check them out, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. If you want to get a hold of me, you can follow me on my social medias, which I will link down below. And you can also check us out on our Facebook page, which is the QC Makeup Academy Virtual Classroom. It's a sort of melting pot of prospective students, current students, graduates, and the instructors are also on there. And it's sort of just, everybody's there to help everybody out, you know, constructive criticism, questions that anybody might have. It's just a really nice place to get answers from real people that are involved in the school themselves. So there is all of that, and I appreciate you all for watching if you've gotten this far, and I hope to talk to you all next time. Thank you.